All right, we are live. I have to open something else up. Let's see how that works. And I am Ty Johnston, the Dungeon Master tonight for the 10th session of the Thitan Empire game, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, well, you guys know where you are. I know you remember last week. You're basically shipwrecked on a shore. You're not really sure where. You have a vague idea. It's on the southern coast of the.
Lots of sand.
Lots of sand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to open the map up so you guys can not the map, but
what time of day is it? Or like what's the weather looking like around us? Is the storm totally passed on? Is it sunny? What's
the storm is gone now, but it is still cloudy. Time of day is morning, early morning. You're basically just hitting shore as the sun has come up. And let's see. This is basically if my share screen works. I'll go ahead and okay. This is pretty much where you guys are at. Over here to your left, there's the front part of the ship. There's one of the rowboats. I've got it represented by these three figures over here to the left. Basically, that's the soldiers and the sailors that have survived, with Cool and the captain and the sergeant and the soldiers. So there's quite a bit more of them. I mean, there's like 40 people thereabout.
They can thank me later.
They are pretty much taking, for the time being, they are pretty much climbed inside what's left of the front end of the ship, are taking shelter there. And on top of that, about half of them are passed out. I mean, they're just so exhausted. I was nice and only gave you guys one level of exhaustion. Most of these people have like 3 to 4 levels of exhaustion. But
superheroes.
Sure. Soldiers
welcome.
Fuck them, because they're the ones who crashed the ship.
I mean,
maybe.
I know that one of us is a sailor. That could have helped.
I tried and tried.
Whoa, well, man.
But
sounds like you have a shared responsibility to the ship.
I did say, could I start rolling for the ship? And you're like, nah.
I thought I let you roll once, but maybe not. I think it helped. But
I think you let me
give them.
I don't know. I rolled to like grab a rope, or it was just one. You gave me one general check that was like with the entire rest of the ship.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You guys can go ahead and roll for initiative.
Can I roll perception first, since we're now beached on this strange ass territory? And my whole thing is, I look at everything.
You can. I just figured your passive perception was good enough. If there's something particular you want to know.
No, I basically just wanted to give some sort of heads up to the guys, or have an idea of what I'm looking at. If I can discern what's coming towards us.
You've got a little time, because this thing was far away at first, and you see it coming. It is high up in the air. It's flying. It's really big, and it's dragon shaped.
I would start shooting arrows at it.
Give me if you guys want to, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Oh boy, that's not happening.
Dragon.
Will a 3 succeed?
I got a 22.
Okay, so hold on. That's my initiative for perception. Hells yeah, my guy. That's way better. Yeah, it's going to be a natural 18 for 27 for my perception.
Okay. Well, everybody who got a 20 and above, not only is this a big dragon-shaped thing that's coming towards you, it also has a really long tail with a big stinger at the end of it.
What color is it? Can I discern the color?
It's kind of a reddish brown.
Okay.
The color doesn't matter. It's not a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, you know what? Just because my character might know what this is doesn't mean I know what this is.
Technically, it is a dragon.
Oh, okay. Of dragon lineage and a dragon.
I know. Its creature type is dragon. Because I'm in another piece of software at the moment, I'm just going to ask, what did Paya get for initiative?
9.
Oh, I got a 9.
Vareska?
I got 11.
Ooh. And
I got
Denzal?
16. I got 16.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, this thing is high in the air, and it is flying very quickly, and it is definitely, there's no doubt it's coming down towards you. It's heading into an attack dive, but it's still far away. But I'm basically going to give you guys, I'm going to go into rounds, but I'm going to give you guys basically 2 rounds before it gets to you.
What is its current distance from us? Estimation?
2 rounds.
Like 300 feet?
Like 2 rounds.
200, let's see. 240
Sounds
feet.
a lot like 2 rounds.
240 feet.
240 feet? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm then going to go ahead and bonus action steady aim, and I'm just going... Wait, hold on. Let me see if I got one other thing.
Well, I'm going to let Denzel go first.
Sorry, yeah, you guys go first. Let me look at my thing.
Denzel, it's your turn. Oh, and I guess I can...
Okay.
I'll leave it there for now.
Well, it's not within range of that. So I'm going to shoot at my longbow. Let's see. I didn't take that. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot it.
Okay.
So that's going to be 28.
With disadvantage?
Is that with disadvantage?
Yeah,
with
well,
the distance, it's a disadvantage.
Okay.
unless you've got some kind of super longbow that can reach 240 feet.
All right. That's a 23 then.
That still hits.
All right, it's going to take. See, 8 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my first attack.
Okay. Vareska, it's now your turn.
All right. That mask, is it completely fallen over like it is in the picture?
Sure.
Oh, okay. So it's unusable, eh? It's not standing up at all.
No, it's not.
Fuck.
You could try to lift it.
Big monkey. Big monkey. No.
I can't. Polymorph. Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
You guys
there
haven't
goes
had a
my
rest
idea.
or anything.
Mm.
Well, the other two masks are gone, so it could be worse.
Well, my idea was I was going to use it like a giant spear, but that probably is not going to happen.
Oh, I mean, if you want to get absolutely jacked, I got... Oh, wait, no, I gave Denzel the potion.
Yeah.
So,
That'd probably be good.
if y'all want a potion of yeet...
Do you say who you gave it to, or
Denzel.
He gave it
no,
to me,
I
but
gave it to Denzel.
I
I
can
did
give
that
it
in the
to you.
chat.
It's no problem.
I did that in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over to Denzel. I'm gonna ask him to give me the potion.
I'm gonna offer you my pouch. Say, go for it.
I'll reach in and then pull it out.
It bites your hand. No. We're just playing. Trick pouch.
I am then going to drink the potion, which will raise
How long
my
does it last?
like an hour.
Yeah,
Oh.
it lasts an hour.
That's
Okay.
dope.
You now have a strength of
So-
23.
Dope monkey.
And
And he gets advantage on the strength checks, which cancels out his point of exhaustion, right?
Yeah.
and Vareska may not like this, but upon drinking the potion, you also feel kind of cold and chilly.
She does not like this. You are right. Oops.
And that's after you spent a night flying through a storm, so you are already cold and chilly. Now you're cold and chilly and damp.
I'm going to move to the mast because it looks like it's leaning from the picture off the
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to see if I can't, for at least this turn, push it over to face the wyvern.
Give me
Spoiler alert, it's a wyvern.
Give me a strength roll. It was. Now it's a half dragon wyvern, so it's got a breath weapon.
Some bitch.
Actually,
What's my total score now? That would be +6, so 20. Oh, that'd be dirty 30.
dirty 30. Let me see if I can do this.
Get out the editing tools. And then I'm gonna call out to it and try to fucking get it to fight me.
Oh, I already know who it's going to attack first. I gave it a roll. Normally I don't do random attacks, but this one's kind of a dumb creature, so.
Well, I'm gonna try and goad it by shouting at it in Draconic.
Doesn't work. It's gonna kill me.
Unless it goes for the super squishy one.
No, it's we're gonna go for the one that just shot it.
I mean, what do you think I'm going to do when it comes to my turn?
Just saying, I shot it first.
Okay, you can be the guy that shot it first. Congratulations.
Okay, you've managed to point it towards the dragon,
Thing.
though it left a shadow behind.
Gecko Moria.
Okay. So did Paya decide what she wants to do with this first round?
Yeah, I'm still a dude.
Oh, that's right. For some
I know
reason,
everyone's been thinking I'm a woman this entire time. I get I'm wearing a mask, but still.
okay.
So I want to go ahead and uncork the vial of poison I got on my belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna dip a crossbow bolt in there, and I'm gonna try to steady aim at the not a dragon.
Okay.
Say,
you know what? If you want to go ahead and shoot, you can. Though it's still at 240 feet, but
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
up
why I'm doing a steady aim to just make it a straight roll.
okay.
It's just ability checks that are affected by the first level exhaustion.
Oh no,
Well-
I have disadvantage because of the distance.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So I'm doing steady aim to give myself advantage, which cancels out. So that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, cool. And I still gave myself the advantage, so I get my sneak attack. That is decent. Okay, so 6, 12, 17 points of damage. What do I get for the poison?
I don't remember. I thought I told you, but I don't have it written down.
It was either a D6 or a D4. I just don't remember what you...
It can be a D6.
Okay. That's going to be an extra 1 point of damage.
Yes.
It's better
Small
than nothing.
counts.
Okay.
It's all good because I can at least do that for the thing of
So
all my arrows can be poisoned for this.
So
and I'll be out.
basically, we're at the top of a round, and it gets to go first. It's just moving. It moves 80 feet through the air, so now it's 160 feet away. But it is flying towards Vareska's makeshift spear. But it's 160 feet away. So, Denzel, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm still at disadvantage, right?
I don't know. What weapon are you using?
150.
What?
150.
Yeah.
So I'll move 10 feet forward. So I'll
Okay.
take that disadvantage away. I'm just going to shoot it. So let's see. So 13 plus 9, that's 22.
That'll hit.
All right, so it'll take a D8. And I'm using Colossal Slayer. Another D8 for that. That's 7 plus whatever I roll. 7 plus 9, so 16.
Points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
And then I'm going to move back 20 feet.
Okie doke.
Actually, could I get cover anywhere?
If you ran over to the boat, or if you ran out and hid behind, there's some boxes and a rowboat up there. You could hide behind those.
I'll do the rowboat.
Okay. Vraska?
Bonus action I'm gonna do is what's that thing called?
Hide.
No, well, it's I want to do that too, but it's a spell. Fucking what is it? Bonus action Zephyr Strike.
Oh, okay.
So for next round, and I'm done.
Vareska, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and twist the makeshift spear onto
Okay.
its side so I can maybe hit it in the air.
Okay, give me another strength roll.
That'll be 18.
You have more
I
trouble
don't
with
know.
it, but you've got trouble with it, but you can do it.
All right. I'm just bracing for impact now. One more
Okay.
turn.
Aya, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna dip, steady aim, shoot.
Okay.
That is going to be a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, cool. So that is going to be 3, and I'll choose you. Okay, so that's a little gay. That's going to be 9, 10, 16, 18 points of damage.
Okay. 18 points of damage. Yeah, this thing's bleeding all over the place, by the way. There's like blood falling from the sky off this thing.
And that is all I can do.
The soldiers and sailors that are inside the ship are actually going to go now. All they're really doing is the few soldiers that have weapons, they're taking their swords out, and they're basically inside what's left of the ship. They're trying to build a perimeter around those who don't have weapons, including Cool and those who are unconscious. They're basically like, well, if we're going to die at least with a weapon in our hands. And it's going to be the top of a round again. And it's the monster's turn. And this round, it moves 160 feet. And it basically comes to a stop. Or it's not coming to a stop, it's diving. But the end of its turn is literally right there where you see it. Right at the end of the... It's diving right towards it and make the big giant spear in Vareska. But basically that's all it can do, so that's the end of its turn. They could just move 80 and 80. But now it's Denzal's turn. You're almost underneath it.
Oh, let's see. I'd like to do a called shot for an eyeball.
Okay.
Oh, I'll just roll. Let's see. So 15 plus. So it's at 23, and I don't know where you're gonna subtract from it.
You think you hit it in an eyeball?
All right. So
On its left side.
all right. So it uses Zephyr Strike also.
So let's see. It was diving at Vareska, but you just heard it. So let's see. And you're fairly close to it. So maybe it'll switch and go for you.
Yay! So it's 11 plus. So 20 damage.
20 damage. All right.
And with my now 60 feet, I'm gonna run over to the ship.
I'm gone. See you later, guys. I'm going to hide behind the soldiers. Okay, well, Vareska, it's your turn. I know it's annoying, but it's basically right, like a foot from the end of your spear thing.
Hey, that just means you don't have to throw it very far.
Alex, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cat's being annoying.
Uh,
Yeah. I am going to now attempt to lift the thing to aim directly at it.
okay, first I want a strength roll.
Fuck. That's only 16.
Okay, you're having a lot of trouble with it. It seems to be, even for your super strength, it seems to be a lot heavier than... you've got it more or less. It's about the same. It's pointed. The thing seems to be diving right towards it, so you're thinking you're not going to have too much trouble, but you can kind of lift it. Anything else? A bonus action or anything?
No, I don't actually have any bonus actions. My whole plan is just for this thing to run right into it.
Okay. Paya, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna dip, steady aim, shoot. Now I have actual advantage.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay. You definitely hit it.
Cool. And so that's just for the arrow. I do first die max, then roll again.
Yeah.
So it's basically I do my roll plus 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all dice. So since you roll for the poison, you would add that too.
Okay, so max on poison, and then just the first die of my sneak attack is max?
No, the first die of everything. Anytime you're rolling dice on a critical hit, any dice, the first one is automatically max.
Okay, so I got 1 max on the bolt, max on the poison, and 1 max on sneak.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I got... Yeah. Okay. It's a good thing I had all those maxes because I rolled a 1 and a 2. So it's going to be 12 plus 7, 19 plus 6, so 25 points of damage.
Okay. You definitely hit it. It's got its mouth open. Your arrow went right down its throat, and it kind of gags on it, but it is still alive somehow or other. And the soldiers are all preparing to die, still forming a ring around the unconscious people. We're at the top of a round, and it is its turn. Let me see here. My pencil might be dead. Well, you know what? Oh, it's still alive. Okay, it is its turn, and it is going to try to do something. Let's see. It's got 2 attacks, 1 bite, and 1 claw. And it's actually going to try to attack the mast. And it misses with both of them because it rolled utter crap. Okay.
Yay.
Does it
It's
fly
now,
into it then?
let's see. We'll see on your turn. It would be Denzal's turn now.
All right. So I am going to guiding bolt it. That is going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits. This thing doesn't have that good of an armor class.
All right. It does 9 points of damage, but that should give Vareska advantage.
Okay. It is now Vareska's turn, and I want you to roll the hit with advantage. Add your strength.
Oh, that one fell. No. Come back. That's no proficiency.
What do you have without proficiency?
That's plus 6, 14.
You hit anyway. Like I said, this thing has kind of a sucky armor class. So, yeah, you're lifting this thing up as it's flying into it. So you impale it right on its mouth. And I'm going to roll for damage. And what do you have to strength right now? Plus 6?
Yeah, total of 23.
Okay. Yeah, you jam this thing right down its throat, and you literally harpoon it. But I want you to make, of all things, a strength saving throw.
Oh, no.
You got a plus 6. Come on.
Yeah, but I haven't been rolling well at all tonight. 10?
A 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, this basically, you spear this thing in its mouth, and it gags, and it dies, but it is so large and it's so heavy that when it hits, the mast shoves back into you and knocks you back about 10 feet. You take 1 point of damage because I rolled like crap on your damage. And then because there's so much weight on the end of the mast just crashes down onto the sand. And this thing writhes around and is spraying blood all over the place. And then after about a minute, it just stops moving. And it's dead.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to shoot it again.
You can shoot it again if you want.
All right, just because I'm basically using up all my poison with this gig, I'm going to shoot it again.
Okay.
Dip, bonus action, shoot. Cool, I got a natural 1 and a 9. That's fucking awesome. So that's going to be a 14 a hit.
Okay, you hit it.
Cool.
It's
still dead?
It is still dead.
All right, just wanted to make sure. I love your artistic take on this. It's very elegant.
Well, I'm not the artist that say Chapo is, but
Well, it's already a dragon, so.
But it's laying there dead. And everybody in the ship is like, oh, thank God.
Can I walk up?
You
and
could start with
cutting off the
thanking
leg?
us and not God.
Oh, I forgot. Your kobolds are there too. To them, you are God.
Finally.
Now, anyway.
So can I start chopping off one of them legs?
You can. It's going to take a little while. I mean, it is a big, thick leg.
So, question.
Oh, good. I'm chopping it, and I'm starting a fire, and I'm making food.
Does it
And then
have
sleeping while it cooks.
Does it have a stinger?
It does have a stinger on the end of it.
Ooh, shit. Are you proficient in survival, Paya?
Oh yeah, I'm survivally as fuck.
Oh, come on, son. Let's go harvest some wyvern poison.
I'm not too shabby with the medicines, so I
All
can
I need is
dissect.
survival.
All right, cool.
All right. We're going to harvest the poison. I will give you guidance.
And that is plus D4, right?
Yeah. And you can roll with advantage.
Cool.
Survival. Please roll good. Please roll good. Please roll good.
Oh man. Okay. You know what? I'll do these guys. Oh, that's fell. Oh, okay. 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 It's okay. That is going to be a dirty 20. Thank you for that guidance because I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay, but you got a dirty 20.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. You can harvest basically 2 doses of wyvern poison.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool, that replaces what I just used.
Well, this poison is quite a bit, works differently. It's a lot more powerful, but you only get to use it once. Like I said, it's 2 doses, so once each.
Okay, so I can't do my arrow dip with this?
Not multiple arrows. You could do 1 arrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, when you shoot it, it's got to count. But the damage is massive.
Here's the thing, though. If you put this poison on a weapon, if the creature you hit takes piercing or slashing damage, I want one of you guys to write this down because you're going to want to remember it.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
I'll put it in the notes.
I take one and you take one. Okay.
Let me see. Well, I may be able to just...
Copy pasta.
I may be able to just copy and paste it into the private chat.
That'll work.
Okay. Yeah, it does a fair amount of damage, but you've only got the 2 doses. And that when it says taking 24 poison damage, the 24 is just average. It's 76.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, so if I inject it in its body, does it like keep taking it?
No, it's just a one-shot deal. But it's
okay.
a massive amount of poison.
Yeah. That is very poisony poison.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mini fireball you're putting inside somebody's veins.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted you to help me fucking harvest that shit.
Yeah,
I'm all about it.
Yeah, you should save that for a big baddie. You don't want to use that on like a minion or something. Yeah. I mean, you can, but
use it only after I do guiding bolt or something. They give you like extra.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got aim, so you aim better than I do, but still, it's the point.
Yeah, no, I always have advantage on shooting as long as I don't move. If I move, I'm fucked.
All right.
Okay, now you guys, let's see. Come on, stop. I'll share screen again for something different.
It's the next monster. No.
Everybody roll initiative again.
Yay!
Okay. The best you know, and the captain and some of the sailors can, you're somewhere down on this coast down here, they think. Let me get a different color.
Okay.
They know you're somewhere, or they're pretty sure you're somewhere down there. They're just not sure where exactly. So you're roughly halfway or maybe just a touch more to where you're supposed to go. but you don't have a ship. All you've got's a rowboat left because the other one floated away or got destroyed or something after all the nonsense. But you got no food. You guys have if you have packs on you, you have wet food, wet, salty food in your packs now. But nobody else has any food, and they have very few weapons.
I am currently barbecuing not dragon leg. By the way, does anybody want to tell me what we just fought, since all y'all know?
I said it like
Wyvern.
5 times.
Wyvern. Okay, Wyvern. Got you. I made the connection. It's all good. We're alive.
So I have Deft Explorer. You are unsurpassed explorer and survivor, both in the wilderness and in dealing with others on your travels. So I don't know if that will help us as far as gathering food and shit.
It'll help, but keep in mind you've got more than 40 people to feed. So finding that
we also
much,
do have this whole dragon to cook. That's what I thought we were doing.
You do, but other than the kobolds, nobody is really like, oh yeah, that looks good.
Well, gotta survive, so eat that shit.
See, I don't get why these guys are being all picky. I'm not looking for food. I'm busy cooking the food that has been granted to us.
One of the sailors will explain it to you. One, it doesn't look very appetizing. Two, you guys just took poison out of it. We don't want to eat something that's full of poison.
Its legs aren't poisonous. Leg meat. It's good meat. It's got protein. Hey, you can wash it back with a cup of seawater. Shut the fuck up and eat.
We can't drink seawater; it'll kill us.
That's no problem.
I know. I'm being sarcastic.
One thing those of you with the survival skill, especially Denzal, will realize very quickly is that at least the area as far as you can see, there's not any fresh water, and there's not really anything much edible other than this dead wyvern. This is just sandy beach. Further back, maybe 50 yards from the shore, you do see some like old dried dead kelp that is washed up, and you do see like some old dried dead bushes, like some scrub brush, but you're not seeing, this isn't a real hospitable area where you're at. Now, 5 miles away, it could be, the land of milk and honey, but at least where you're at, it's not looking real good.
Okay. Excuse me. Well, I do have an option. If we start starving, then I can cast Goodberry, and that'll hook them up for a day as far as nourishment.
With what berries?
That's what I was going to ask.
You have to have berries? Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to actively have berries in order
to
to
it says up to 10 berries appear in your hand or infused with magic for the duration.
Yeah, I thought the berries just appeared in your hand.
They appear in my hand.
Okay, totally. You have to have, for everybody, you have to have 49 berries.
Oh, wait. I need a
It says up to 10 berries in your hand. It doesn't say they appear.
All right, everybody's fucked. Can I use seaweed?
Actually, seaweed is edible, and you do have, like I said, you've got the wyvern. And actually, some of the sailors and soldiers are starting to work together. They don't really have a lot of tools. I mean, they got a few hammers. I mean, not hammers. They got a few swords and a few daggers here and there. They're starting to take some of the driftwood and pieces of the ship and stuff. They're kind of trying to build some shelters with it, and they're very lean-to, not very sturdy shelters, but they are what they are.
Hey, Denzel.
Yeah.
What's that thing that happens when there's underground passages that start getting wet?
Say it again?
When there's caves and they start getting moist because they're cold in a hot environment.
Caves?
When caves start getting cold in a hot environment,
mold
and get moist.
Condensation?
Moldy? You're getting moldy?
I will fucking drown you in the seawater.
I say this as I'm rotating my my wyvern leg on a spick.
Well-
You're getting moldy.
They'll drip water.
Can we
Drips the
do something
water.
like that here?
We should be able to if we boil the water where it condensates on top of something and they could drip down. Yeah, we could do that.
Do any of you have cooking gear in your supplies? Your
Mm.
packs? You
I
might
have
actually.
I have a mess. No, I have my mess kit, which comes with a pot for me to boil small amounts of water. I do have brewer's supplies, which would, I'd assume, let me boil at least a certain amount of water.
I got a mess kit.
I'll be back in a second. I'm going to get a drink.
So we got 3 pots and a brewer's supply kit.
All right.
We can make something.
How much water do you need? I
We
also
need
already
enough
have a
water to
fire
feed
going.
40 people.
Oh,
49.
you're just
people.
saying, evaporate out all the salinity and shit. I got you. Purify the water through boiling.
Look,
Okay,
I have
well,
an
I mean-
idea.
I take some smaller scraps of wood and I'm just making a secondary fire next to my meat roasting fire.
What you got? What's your idea?
It's soft earth here, right?
Yeah.
I'll make a
Relatively, yeah.
makeshift well.
Okay.
And
how do
then
you do
we
this?
I know molders.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can use
So-
charcoal to clean water. Be
I'm
sick.
currently making charcoal.
So
If
you
you
put
literally take our only food source and turn it into charcoal, I will drown you. I'll make you eat it.
no, I mean like
No, I'm taking some of the driftwood that's been
We
dried
got-
out enough to light on fire.
we got like fucking half a ship.
No,
I'm not. I'm taking a minimal amount of our resources to make a fire because I want food.
okay, metagaming, you can get condensation from making a pit in the sand, and you can use basically anything to create condensation, and it will drip in. And if you have like a pot, you can let it drip in there, and you'll have
Oh, okay.
clean water.
I have a brewer's kit, so we can literally just start brewing the water, and it's already got copper wire that it'll drip through and condensate through. That's the whole point of the brewer's kit. So we just start brewing the water.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying we can use the wyvern hide and make a big well,
Oh, okay. That works.
and then produce condensation.
Let's do this.
Well,
We will
and,
survive.
and probably at least one or two of the soldiers has a cloak with them still or something. Or a blanket or something if you wanted to use that.
Actually, can we search what's left of the ship inside and see what's there?
Sure.
All we need is enough metal to make like a bowl.
To make a bowl?
Well, how do you make clay? It's mud and
Yeah.
water.
You want to make a metal
Well-
bowl?
Clay is made out of clay.
Let me give it a roll here. Let's see. Well, one of the soldiers will offer a helmet.
That'll work too.
So all the wyvern hide is skin, right?
Yeah.
So we make a makeshift teepee with it. I'll dig like a 10 by 10 foot hole. I'll make a small stream of sea salt water into the well, and then eventually it'll fill up a decent amount. I'll close it off and then let condensation do its thing.
Hey, did my crow survive?
You have not seen him since the storm started.
He's probably fucking waterproof.
He probably saw there was a storm and said, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeet!
Okay. Is there
I
any
could have
other
flown away
animals?
too. Damn it!
Is there any other flying animals around besides the wyvern that is now dead?
You do not see any.
Okay.
Everybody make
Yeah.
perception rolls.
All right.
And I don't know, maybe we'll have to roll initiative again. I don't know.
Oh, that's lame. 16.
Fucking 0.
I got a 16 also.
I rolled really poorly and got a 16.
I did.
Okay, well, the 16s are actually good enough. Let me see. The sailors, one of the soldiers will point to what you think is the east, up the shoreline. And far off in the distance, you see a looks like a small figure walking in your all's direction.
Oh, this is great. All right. How far away would you say?
Oh, like half a mile. It's really far away. And it's taking its time. It's just casually walking along.
Is it? Can we tell what type of figure it is?
It seems humanoid shaped.
That does nothing for helping me.
It's human. It's human shaped.
Okay. Does it seem bigger than a medium-sized creature?
No.
Okay.
In fact, it appears rather short, smallish.
Okay.
Not like halfling small, but it's maybe 4 feet tall.
I'm gonna let Vriska know. I'm like, I think I should probably go make contact before it gets over here.
What for?
Just in case it's something that we don't want to deal with over in our area where we're trying to survive.
Well, what's worse? Like, the worst case scenario is that people get caught up in the fight. And I'm not in any particular position to not depend on anyone right now.
All right.
Yeah, and you guys haven't said anything about taking a short rest or anything, so.
Well, I hadn't had a chance yet. We're trying to survive.
I literally can't benefit from a short rest.
I'm not even sure if I can.
Yeah, a short rest wouldn't help me at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay. You get some healing.
I only have 1 time damage.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good too.
I haven't been touched. I'm at full health.
Well, this figure is still walking your way.
I'm just going to be sipping on one of my bottles of elvish wine as I tend to my wyvern leg on a spick, watching this character as he comes forward.
I'm gonna tell the kobolds to start making meals and building the well.
Oh, yeah, they start carving up wyvern and digging and doing what they're told. However, some of the soldiers and sailors who are not saying anything, but several of them are eyeballing Paya, who's sitting over there drinking wine.
If they want to get shot, they can get shot.
Not to propose incorrect propaganda, but there's like 40 of them and 1 of you. I don't think you have enough arrows to kill them all.
When I don't have arrows, I have my fists.
40?
Fucking send it.
Who says the kobolds wouldn't jump in on that?
Okay,
Fucking
49.
Okay, this figure's gradually getting closer.
All right. Well, I'll walk out a little bit, not like too far, just and wait.
Oh,
When it's still about 100 yards off, you can tell, oh, it's got kind of long blonde hair.
All right, it's Thor. That's great.
4 foot tall Thor.
Hell yeah, that'd be badass.
It could happen. Baby
Asgard
Thor.
is just full of halflings.
It's half Thor.
Oh, actually, a halfling Thor would be awesome.
That would be.
Merrily. Well, I'm gonna wait for him to get close because I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, I didn't walk out like super far, just like, a little bit.
Well,
away.
you'll see first. It appears to be a human girl.
That's even scarier. No,
maybe 10 years old, you're guessing. She's got kind of long blonde hair. She's dressed in she's not wearing any shoes. She's got sort of a simple, just plain tunic on. And she's walking towards you, and she's smiling, and she's kind of whistling and singing.
Where is Cool, by the way?
She passed out on the
Cool.
ship.
Okay.
She's passed out on the ship with some of the soldiers and sailors.
All right. I just didn't know.
And the little girl doesn't seem to be paying. Like, it's almost like she hasn't even seen you guys. And then she finally looks up, and she locks eyes with you, Denzel, and she kind of stops, and she looks.
Hi, wave at her. Hello.
She waves back. Hi.
So,
Hi.
Did you guys see a big flying thing going through the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Is that it?
And her eye, yeah. As soon as you say, "Is that it?" her eyes get really big. She's like, "That might have been it." And then she looks at Vareska, and she's like, "You're a dragon."
Yes. I've been called worse things, but you're right.
She's a good dragon now.
She actually takes a step backwards, and she's Miss Dragon. Why are you here?
Purely by accident. Storm destroyed our ship, and as you can tell, we're shipwrecked.
Where was your ship going to?
The Isle of Dracus.
Oh, I've heard of that place. Why were you going there?
We're dropping off a dragon to be trained there.
You have another dragon?
Something like that.
You have a cute baby dragon.
She's like 2 dragons in one day. Wow. And you're going to the Isle of Dracus where the dragons live. Or that's what I've heard anyway. Okay. Well, I just saw the thing flying through the air and was following it. My name's Robin, by the way. I live in the village about 5 miles from here, up the coastline. But I guess I'll let you guys get back to your surviving or whatever it is you're doing.
Wait, village? 5 miles? And you know how to get there?
Yeah, you just follow just go back the way I came. You follow, the water, the coastline. It's about 5 miles up there. I think 5 miles. I don't know distances real well.
Hearing this from a distance, Pi instantly ditches the fucking leg and starts walking.
Hey, Robin, would you do something for us and lead us back to the village?
I can, but it's not hard to find. Like I said, you just follow the water and the coast, and you'll get right to it. But
well, we don't want one of those bad dragon things to come out of nowhere and snatch you up. This one attacked us.
At this point, you see Pius speed walking past you.
The little girl actually, as Paya gets closer to the little girl, she kind of takes a few steps away from you. She's like, "Hi, I'm Robin."
"Hi, I'm Paya," and I keep walking.
Okay, yeah, he or she, I can't tell because they got a mask on. I think it's a he though. They're going the right direction.
Okay.
Well,
I guess we should get those soldiers. Wake up, everybody.
I'll look to the kobolds and I'll say interconic. Change of plans. Turn that wood into sleds.
We gonna eat the little girl?
No.
Damn it.
Keep eating the wyvern.
Oh, okay. They go back to eating the wyvern.
But instead of building the well, turn the wood into sleds.
Okay, they'll do that. And the soldiers and stuff will jump in and start doing that too, to carry the unconscious people. It's going to take a half hour or so to get everything together, but they can do it.
We'll put everyone that's passed out and unconscious on the sleds, and we can start pulling them.
Okay, and Robin's going to turn around and start walking Apparently back to a village.
Where the fuck is Captain Booker?
I'm over
He
here.
knows.
I'm over
Oh.
here. By the way, I didn't get a chance to thank you for saving me.
Yeah, that's fair. We were both underwater trying to survive a storm. You were in the whale's mouth for a while. It was fun.
Yeah. No offense. Let's try not to do that again.
If I have to do it again, I'm writing a report.
Oh crap! I lost my ship. They're going to dock my pay for that one. Oh well,
No.
we're alive at least. We're at least
On a
alive.
second note, you all taste terrible.
Take a, take a bath.
Well, we were in the ocean. So Robin's going to stay a little ways ahead of you guys, about 50 yards, unless somebody like runs up to her or something. It's kind of like she's
Well,
keeping her
I'm
distance.
already way in front of her. I'm basically heading to the town ahead of everybody.
Yeah, you're going to see it first. Well,
Yeah, I'm just going to be hauling for as far and fast as I can to get to this village.
let me see.
I'll be pulling the sled with you.
You actually, it turns out not to be 5 miles. It's only about 3 miles. There's a bend in the coast. You go around it, and yeah, you see a village. It is a very small village. There's maybe 10 buildings. They're little more than shacks. There are a couple of docks that stick out into the water. One of them is older and shorter, and another one looks a little newer and is quite long. You see a couple of small rowboats there, but that's about it for right now. Yeah, you don't see a lot of people. You see a few people out, but it's mostly there's like an old man and an old woman. The old man's like sewing a net together, and the old woman's like got a fire going in front of a house. It's like a cook fire where she's cooking some stuff.
I'm just envisioning what's the next.
I'm gonna go ahead and go up to the old man and just try
Okay.
to see if there's anywhere I can go to, like, even if it's to everyone individually. Can I like procure some tents or some lodging? I got about 40 people that I need to get weathered for at least the night.
He stands up and is like, 40 people. Oh,
If you got tarps, I'll take tarps. I just want coverage. What you got?
I got 2 tarps.
Mind if I borrow them for an evening? And I'll put out
No,
like
you can,
5. I'll put out like 5 silver.
it's like for that you can have the tarps. We're a small fishing village. We don't have an inn or anything like that here.
I didn't assume so. That's why I asked for tarps.
I mean, pretty much all the buildings, if you can call them that you see here are just where people live. There's normally a lot more people here. It's all the fishermen are out at sea at the moment, but they could be back at any time. You know, they're all big, strong, tough guys.
Okay, well, before the big, strong, tough guys come back, I'm just going to walk around and I'm going to try to procure some, if anybody has any spare tents or tarps or anything I can use to just house the group.
You're going around to some of the other, like the little houses and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like walking up to everybody like I've lived here forever and just asking people for shit.
Mostly you find women, and most of them are not young. They don't really have any tarps. They got some blankets maybe. But they don't. I mean, when he said he had 2 tarps, he meant for the village. He had 2 tarps, not just him personally.
Ah, okay. Well, then, yeah, I'll just go around and I'll do like 2 copper a blanket, however many blankets I can get. Just so when people get there, they can at least have something dry around them.
You can get 11 dry blankets.
Cool. Well, that's 1 for all the kobolds, and everyone else gets to share. So, okay, that I just go to, if there's like some sort of tree or brush or anything on the
There's-
outskirts of the town.
There's some brush.
Okay, I'm gonna try to set up some sort of canopy for people to relax under,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to buy some fish, if they got any.
Well, they actually do have fish. They have plenty of fish. They seem a little leery of, but when they see everybody else, at first they're kind of surprised. But then all the women start coming out of their huts and coming forward.
I'm giving everybody money, and they're judging me. Rude.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
You're a stranger. You're weird. You wear a mask. You have weapons on.
Nobody knows what gender I am.
You have a mask and a weapon. Say anything about your yeah.
I don't think Paya knows.
They are a little standoffish of Vareska, but they do come forward to help with the sailors and soldiers and the people that are unconscious. And they're like, oh, these people are wounded. They're dehydrated. They're starving. They start letting people come into their homes. They're like, oh, lay them down by my hearth over here, and I'll get a good fire going. And I'll start boiling some fish. We got tons of fish, all kinds of fish.
Are they charging us for the fish?
No, nobody said anything about. I mean, when you were offering money,
I was going to buy fish for everybody, but if that's what it is, I mean,
no. There's a now, like I said, there's only about 10 buildings, so there's roughly about 10 families here. So they don't have a whole lot. You're not seeing any signs of wealth for sure.
Yeah.
So for you guys to bring in basically 50 people or close to 50 people, that's a lot of people for them. So they're getting food together and cooking it, and they're letting people come inside. But the houses and stuff fill up pretty quick. But on the bonus side for them, not all the soldiers and sailors are going in. I mean, some of them are just like, you know what, screw it, I'm just too tired. I'm gonna go down to the beach and lay down or whatever. Call me when the fish is done boiling.
Nobody sleeps under my tarp. Okay.
I
I crawl under my own tarp by myself.
Okay.
All by himself.
I try to do something nice for the group, and no one gives a fuck.
No,
We
they
can
didn't
use
give a
it
fuck.
tonight. We still have like a whole day ahead of us.
I know, but I'm sleeping now.
Okay, you can go to sleep. The old man that Pio was talking to, he will kind of walk up to Captain Booker, and he's like, "Hi, I'm name's Fishmonger, and this is Fishmonger Village. I'm kind of, sort of, I guess the mayor here, you could call me. I started this place back in 1803, whenever that was.
Probably a long time ago.
Yeah, just by myself. Well, my wife and kids, and then other people started showing up and distant relatives. So, looks like you people have run into a bit of a trouble. So
Yeah, you could see a whole sea of trouble.
It happens every now and then. We'll do the best we can for you.
Well, we appreciate it.
The fishermen will be in this afternoon, probably late or early evening, bringing more fish the way they always do. We got lots of boats, but unfortunately none of them are big or big enough to carry. We don't have one big enough to carry all of you. So we can't offer to sell you one or let you borrow one or anything like that. But the good news is about once a month or so, an Imperial merchant ship usually stops by and buys some fish off of us. There's a nice white flounder that you can only catch in these waters, and apparently some of the rich folk back in the Empire like it. So, like I said, they stop by about once a month, and unfortunately they were here yesterday. So 29 days from now, if you're still here, you can maybe catch a ride.
Well, sounds like a good time to learn some skills.
Great. The one ship we could have used.
Well, we could wait. We could rest, recoup.
What
Help
about
these
another
people-
city? Are you out here all by yourself in this village?
Pretty much. This is the empty lands, so we're outside of the Empire by like 30, 40 miles or something like that, and nobody ever comes down here to bother us or anything. I mean, not even bandits come here. I mean, we got nothing but fish, so we make some money selling the fish, but honestly, the merchants that come here to sell us our fish give us money. We usually end up just buying stuff from them. But let's see, if you go about 50 miles west of here, you'll be back in the Empire, and there's some keeps there, sort of border watches, but now there's not really. We're kind of our own thing here. This is the independent city of Fishmonger.
Duly noted, sir. Duly noted.
And I'm guessing by the looks of some of those uniforms and things that are in bad shape that you folks might be Imperials, or at least some of you.
Yep.
You'd have the right of it.
Well,
Can you put Fishmonger on the map? Give me a chance. I'm just saying, because if we ever travel this way again, I'd definitely stop in and drop some supplies to them just for
let's
helping us
see.
out.
Can I put Fishmonger on the map? Yeah, you're right about here. Come on, drawing tools. You're right about there.
Oh, so the keep is literally right there.
Yeah, like I said, it's about 50 miles away, he says. Sorry, we don't have any horses.
Oh,
So it'd take about 10 days to get there.
If you're only walking 5 miles a day.
I figure we could do at least 15 to 20 a day, depending on how everybody's.
We could get there in like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I mean,
you have
I
to
mumble in
remember
my sleep.
you have to remember that if some of the soldiers have a fourth level of exhaustion, so their speed's cut in half.
No, well, really.
Yeah, but we're not leaving now. We're taking a rest tonight.
I know. I'm just saying, even if we decide to leave tomorrow,
They'll still have exhaustion.
Yeah, I think a long rest only gets rid of 1 level of exhaustion, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So it would take them 3 or 4 days to be up to full. But, and the captain will mention this, another option is just for 3 or 4 of us to go, or some of us to go, and maybe come back with wagons and horses or another ship or something if they've got one there.
Well, we could send a couple to the keep.
Well, we literally cannot proceed without a boat.
Well, I understand. What I'm saying is, if we're going to go take a boat, best place to get it would be either the keep or Old Shore, or we wait the 30 days for that merchant ship to come up.
Old Shore, you could probably get a ship at Old Shore, but Old Shore is quite a bit of ways.
Yeah.
That's more like several hundred miles away at the least.
Right.
Yeah. We would. None of these options are easy.
How
Well,
about let's just go to the keep tomorrow?
Well, Fishmonger's like, my boys will be back tomorrow, and we need our boats for fishing, for our livelihood and food. But, one of the larger boats could maybe hold 10 of you people, and a couple of my boys could sail you there. You could be the keep in a day. Less than a day, probably. The weather's with us. Which, let's see if this D20 is... the weather's okay.
So you'd be willing to take us there tomorrow?
We could do that. Yeah, we could spare, like I said, one of our larger boats. We've got a few of those. Would hold about 10 of you. plus a couple of my guys to sail the thing. We could get you there. Probably by tomorrow afternoon or something like that.
I look at Captain Booker and I say, that sounds pretty reasonable.
He nods. He's like, that sounds good to me too. We just have to decide who's going to go and who's going to stay. Those who are in bad shape are obviously going to stay here.
And we need at least one of our leadership here.
Booker's like, well, I don't have a problem staying here with the wounded and the exhausted. I can see to them. If you lot, he's like, honestly, this is your. You can see he's trying to weigh his words.
Mission.
Look, just say what you need to say. I'm not going to report you.
It's not you all. You're in front of not only strangers but technically foreigners. So he's trying to watch what he's saying. He's like, okay, well, since it's been said, this is your mission. So, you lot are in charge of it. What you say to a certain extent goes, unless you said something totally stupid. But so far, you've not done that. It wasn't your fault we ran into a storm.
Came out of the blue, mostly.
That, and it wasn't your fault that big dragon monster, wyvern you called it, came out of the sky. So, in fact, you've been quite helpful and saved all of us, or as many as possible. So it's
going to be kind of leery when he suggests that it's not my fault.
He doesn't see it that way. But he's like, no, so it's up to you what you want to do or where you want to go. He's like, I do know east of here, there is nothing for hundreds of miles along this coast other than maybe a few other fishing villages. And eventually you'll run into the Bone Desert because it runs right down to the ocean.
Right. We'll rest here tonight. I'll take the kobolds and my primary group with me, and we'll head back to a keep.
Okay. So that afternoon, or sort of late that afternoon, sailing rowboats and small, very small sailing ships do come in, about a dozen of them, and they tie up at the docks. And there's about a dozen guys who are all fairly strong looking, and some of them are older, some of them are younger. And one of them's even a boy, looks like he's about 10, 12 years old or something like that. And they've got nets full of fish. So they're busy bringing that onto the dock, unloading that onto the docks. But when they see you guys there, that they've got a lot of company. Some of them are a little concerned at first, but then they come forward and find out what's going on. And they are actually, everyone is very hospitable. They literally are going to give you guys their huts for the night. They're like, we don't mind sleep. It's a nice enough night. It's not bad weather. They don't mind sleeping outdoors. They've got two for a few nights. Well, you've got people that need shelter. And you've got plenty of food. It's not great food. It is mostly fish. There are some vegetables. You can see that they do have some gardens and things further back from the shore. And you would even find out just by hanging out and talking and hearing people that there actually is, they get most of their fresh water from a pond that's about a half mile back from the shore. It's got a creek that runs into it. They get most of their fresh water from there, and they actually get a little bit of food from there too sometimes.
So is there like forested kind of area back that way? In the creek area?
Not really. There, kind of yes, kind of no. There are some trees, but it's not really a forest or woods. I mean, there's like a sizable pond. Let's say it's about the size of a football field, give or
Okay.
take. And it's got trees around it and a fair amount of greenery around it.
Hmm.
But outside of that, it's just kind of plains or the beach, you know.
Okay.
And if you go back there, you will see there are signs of signs of some animal life. Mostly smaller animals like mice and things like that. You will see a few birds there.
I'd like to talk to one of the birds, see if they've seen my crow dude.
Yes, we saw the predator come this way.
Yeah, you can talk to a robin, basically. And he's like, we don't normally see those around here. But yeah, we saw one yesterday. He was flying like hell, heading north.
Damn. Okay.
He said he had been with some people, and we didn't believe that. But he said, they're all dead.
Oh, no, we didn't die. That was us, or me and my friends back there. But I'll thank him. Give him some food.
Okay. He's a robin. He likes worms.
All right. I'll take a little bit, search for some worms for him.
Yeah, you can find some around the pond. That's not a problem at all.
Okay.
And you'll actually notice there are some fish in the pond.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is freshwater. These are freshwater fish. They're not the sea fish. But and you can tell the creek is not very big, but it runs off to the north somewhere through the fields, basically.
Okay.
And it's easy enough to see even from a distance of a mile or two, because wherever the stream is or the creek is, you can see it. There's green around it. There's plant life around it, and here and there a tree. But
okay. So it runs down from the mountains, probably.
Probably, but they're a good ways off. The hills
Yeah.
are closer, but yeah, it's.
I'm going to create an underground den for me and my kobolds.
You just going to dig it out?
Yes, with mold earth.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to use your claws. Okay. That's fine. The kobolds like it. It's almost like being at home, except not quite as deep.
I could go deeper if there was any reason to do that.
Do we get to eat any of these people?
No.
Damn it.
You have all that worming 3 miles from here.
3 miles of nothing. You see, they've made little backpacks out of wyvern skin and stuffed them full of meat.
Yeah, why you just eat the meat?
We are, but it won't last forever.
There's fish and birds and other critters around here.
No, but people taste so good.
Do they though? Do
Well,
they?
when they're not fighting and screaming, yeah. But they put up a mess sometimes. But okay, we'll eat the wyvern meat, even though he's a distant cousin of ours. So it's almost like cannibalism.
Do you really care?
No, not really. We just like making you feel bad sometimes.
I don't feel bad.
Oh, okay.
If I was in a better position, I would have burned him alive.
Ooh, cooking and killing them at the same time. That works. Okay, well, the night is going to pass peacefully. You don't need to set up, or none of you have to stand watch because there's plenty of soldiers and some of these fishermen who will help do that kind of thing. Not that they normally stand watch, is like nothing ever bothers us here. It kind of is out in the middle of nowhere. But at the same time, they actually, even though they're not part of the Empire, they kind of feel safe because they're not that far from the Empire either. So that actually makes it a little safer for them. So At least they think it does, anyway. And the next morning, yeah, a couple of young, strong men are going to come forward. They have a longboat that'll hold about 12 to 15 people. And they're going to say, we talked to Mayor Fishmonger, and he says you guys want to go to that closest keep. We should be able to get there.
Our point of exhaustion has worn off, yes, since we did all the rest.
You had a long rest. You got a long rest in, so your your level of exhaustion is gone. So, they're like, yeah, the weather today looks fair, so we could probably get you there by late afternoonish.
Thank you very much.
And they're also the two young guys, they're probably in their 20s. They don't seem real happy about it, but they've also got somebody else who's wanting to go along, and it's a young boy, about 10 years old. He's got blonde hair. He wants to go with them. He's like, I'm Reuben. I heard you met my sister Robin yesterday. And you do see they look quite a bit alike. He's like, she told me all about you guys. So she's like, I want to go along and hear stories about the dragons. You've got 2 dragons. He's like, obviously, 1 at least. And he sees Vareska. He's like, and you're going to the Isle of Dracus. I want to hear all about that too.
I've never been there personally.
But you're going. So you must know something about it.
I know a few things.
And you know some things about being a dragon, obviously.
Yeah. I'm big, I breathe fire, and I'm pretty strong.
That sounds like a dragon to me.
Killed a lot of giants.
Ooh. And rumor is you killed like another dragon yesterday, like a mean dragon. With your bare hands.
Mhm.
I had a giant mast, but yeah.
Oh, don't be like that. Yeah, she grabbed him and just squeezed his neck.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
Rip his throat out with your fangs?
sure did.
Oh, man.
You had to wipe all that blood off.
I wish I'd been there to see that.
I was
freaking
It
cool.
was great.
So, 3 people from this village are willing to set out, and yeah, their longboat will hold about 10 of you. So, however many of you want to go.
I'll tell the kobolds to sit tight then.
Yes, sir, ma'am, sir. And we promise
I
not to eat anyone.
swear to God, if anyone disappears in that time, I know who did it.
We're not going to eat anybody. We promised. You told us not to. Scouts honor, whatever that is.
Remember the last time.
They look at each other. What last time?
The spider ball? When I webbed them all up in the giant ball?
Yes. We remember. That was... We don't talk about that.
Good. We don't have to. Unless we do.
So they're ready to set sail, basically.
Okay, we'll set sail.
They'll row for a while and they'll set sail. And let's see. Oh, they actually make pretty fair time. So yeah, you guys, it's going to be probably about dinner time. And they took food with them. I mean, they took fish with them, believe it or not.
I actually surprisingly have rations and water. I don't know why I was worried.
Yeah, you guys come down to, you see, it almost looks like another small village at first, but definitely in better condition. There is a dock, a short one that sticks out into the ocean, and behind the dock is a small village, and you can tell this is an Imperial village. The flags are flying. And when I say keep, it's not really a castle. It's basically one big tall tower. It's 5 stories tall, so it's 5 levels of tower. And it's flying Imperial banners. And there are a few boats. No, you don't see any big ships here right now, but you see boats. And there's not a lot of people here. There's maybe 30 or so. This is definitely sort of an outpost along the border. Though the keep is stone. I mean, the tower is stone. And as you guys are being pulled up to the dock, about a half dozen folks in uniform are marching their way out to you.
I'll get up onto the dock and meet them.
I will too.
One of them is human. He's bearing the markings of a military captain on his uniform. He walks up and salutes.
Captain, salute.
I'll salute back.
Is Vareska wearing anything to show that she's a lieutenant?
There's basically never a moment that she's not in uniform.
Oh, okay. Well, it's probably a kind of grungy looking uniform at the moment, but he'll salute back to you.
I can use prestidigitation to make it look better.
Oh, that's true. You could have done that. He'll salute back, Lieutenant. And I'm going to take it that it's just the 3 of you, unless you really suggested somebody else from the group come.
No, it's
Not
just
really.
Okay. He's like, well, we don't normally get the Captain Teal's the name, Lieutenant. He's like, it's been a while since we've had anyone else here. What brings you here?
We're in a bit of a situation ourselves. Do you have enough?
Have enough what? You kind of cut out there.
Do you have enough supplies for an emergency response?
It depends on how big the emergency is.
We have a crew of about 40 stuck in Fishmonger Village after our ship was shipwrecked at sea.
We can handle that. We've got enough food here to feed 20 people for about a year, so I think we can handle that.
Good news. We also need to send them a letter for a new ship. We need to get to the Isle of Dracus.
Isle of Dracus. Okay. All 40 people?
Preferably.
Okay, well, that may take a little time. We've got a ship, but it's not big enough to hold that many. It's out at the moment, but it should be back later tonight, patrolling for pirates and the like, though we haven't had too much problem with that the last few years. But when they get back tonight, they can take you to Old Shore. That's probably the closest place where you could get a ship the size you need. Every now and then, once every few months, a merchant ship will stop by here, but they were just here a couple of days ago, so I don't expect them back for a while. And every now and then, we do see other ships that pass by further out in the sea or out in the ocean, but they don't normally stop here unless they need to, or they have orders to deliver or mail or something like that. Or sometimes they bring supplies. But we can do that. Can you get your people here?
Well, some of them are extremely exhausted. Basically, we paddled all night, pretty far from shore, through the storm and whatnot. So we spent last night resting, the 3 of us. The rest of them, half of the crew and some of the soldiers are basically just bedridden at this point, barely able to move, so exhausted. We were lucky enough to have these 3 villagers bring us down in this longboat.
Oh, yeah, and Reuben, the little boy, is just kind of looking all over the place around the soldiers and the uniforms. Hey, is that a sword? Don't touch that kid. And he's looking at the tower and stuff. And Captain Teal is like, we can take care of this. It may take a day or two. You've got, you say, about 40 people. It would be a tight fit, but we could probably get 40 people onto our ship. Or he kind of looks at the two village young men. He's like, well, I know Fishmonger's got a lot of boats, not really ships. Or I could just pay them and, to take a day or two off their fishing and to bring your people here. So our ship could go ahead and go to Old Shore.
The fishmongers shouldn't be too far away. They could probably hear us, eh?
Yeah.
But they were just going in.
I think.
Well, they took you
They're
there.
right there. Yeah, were. I think they're right there.
Yeah, there's a couple of, like I said, guys in their 20s, the ones who sailed you there, basically. And they're like, sure, yeah, we always let gold.
Would you be willing to do it for 20?
For 20 gold? Take a day off fishing? Yeah, we'll do that for 20 gold.
Excellent. I'll just reach into my pouch and give them 20 gold.
Each for everybody. No, I'm kidding.
We can do that too.
Sure. Yeah, one of them will take the 20 gold, and they kind of look at it. So, wow, that's more money than we've seen in a while.
I pay handsomely.
And they're like, sure, we can go back now and tell everybody, though we probably wouldn't get there till, the middle of the night or maybe in the morning. But, if they loaded everybody up, they could probably have them back here by tomorrow evening.
I'm going to ask you, Captain, do you guys have a general store by chance? Like a small trading post or anything?
There is a small trading post here. They don't have a lot of stuff you'll find in a city, but they have a few things.
Okay. I'm going to tell the guys, before you take off, give me a few minutes to grab something.
Well, they're like, no, we don't know if you guys are going to stay or if you want to go with us.
We can stay. We don't need to fill up the
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Captain Booker.
And don't worry about the kobolds. They're with me.
Okay. We're not.
I'm going to take the two guys and what was the kid's name? Ruben. I'm going to walk him over to the general store. Well,
Ruben's like, oh my God, I've never been to a mall before.
Yeah, come on, I'll show you.
It's just like a tent.
It's a little more than a tent, but it's basically got a tent. It's like, think of an old West saloon, but not a nice one, like one in a brand new mining town.
Yeah, no, that works.
It's like, oh my gosh, it's a mall. Is that a Spencer's?
Sure is, man. Sure is.
Fucking Spencer's.
All right. So what I'm thinking of is, while we were there at the village, can I remember if all the families had a cooking pot, or are they like really old or anything like that?
Yeah, you saw enough to know that pretty much everybody had some at least basic kind of cooking supplies. But yeah, some of it was pretty old. It was definitely well used.
So what I want to do is I want to buy a cooking pot for each one of the families, which there was 12, right?
Sure. Let me see. He's on the guy that runs the place. Is actually a half orc, but he's like an old half orc, which means he's like 40. Okay. But he's only got 7 cooking pots.
That's fine. Take those, and let's see. Now look to the two kids, or the two younger guys. What do you guys normally use, like for your fishing? Do you need any like a net or anything like that, or do you guys make your own?
Netting is no problem.
Is there anything you need, like hammers and nails or anything like
We
that?
can always use tools.
Okay.
Yeah, we can always use tools.
So I'm gonna buy them a set of carpenter tools,
Okay.
and
It's one set's 8 gold.
that's fine. I don't ever use my gold on shit, so
As far as the cooking stuff goes, that would have been 7 gold. You know,
okay.
and he'll even throw in like some ladles and lids and things like that with it.
Well, I guess some cooking utensils. I don't know if they would be able to use like wood carver tools. Would that help them?
We could make use of them
All right.
for sure.
So I'll get the 7 pots. I'll get 2 carpenter tool sets and 2 wood carver tool sets.
Okay. You're making this half-orc's day because he's like, this is the most I've sold in one time ever.
I'm going to buy a dragon chest set.
Hold on a second.
Do they have it?
That he does not have.
Okay.
He does have dice and playing cards, though.
Okay, I'll take a set of each one of those.
Okay.
And let's see. And then I'm going to get a spear for each one of the men.
Okay.
If they have them.
That yeah, you can find spears there.
All right, and that'll be it. I'll tally up whatever it costs, and fucking I'll pay him.
Okay.
I give it to the young guys. They're like, this is not even close to, you know, for what you guys did for us, but I am appreciative, and you know, I know you guys could use this more than we will.
While you're adding all that up, the half orc, the 2 guys, the 2 young men and Reuben are carrying stuff out to the boat.
Mhm.
The half orc proprietor will come over to you, and he's like, "Look, I've got something special for you." He's like, "I'll make you a deal. All the stuff you're buying, plus this special thing I've got, flat even 100 gold, and you can have all of it."
All right, what you got?
He reaches behind the counter and pulls out. And he's like, "This." He holds up a bottle. It's kind of got a blue liquid in it, and it's actually fairly sizable, like a wine bottle, though it's rounded in the bottom. He's like, "This is a superior healing potion."
I'll take it.
It's yours.
Cool.
If you need to know, it heals 8d4 plus 8.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
He's like, "I've had that thing forever."
Okay.
That is such a good fucking deal.
Yeah, it is.
That's wow.
But he's like 100 gold. I can get out of here now. I'm moving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, "I'm leaving."
Well, how much for the rest of the inventory of your place?
Oh, I'll take that with me. I'll need that to sell.
Oh, I got you.
I'm still going to sell stuff, just not here in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Is there anybody else that's going to be doing the same thing as you guys? As you are here?
Probably some poor sap who will end up getting shipwrecked like I did. And it's just been here for 2 years.
Okay.
But now I've got enough money to get out of here and head back to civilization finally.
All right. Sounds like a winner, man. Well, appreciate your you being here. Now.
Okay, because it was getting late in the day when you guys got there. The Imperial Ship will show up, and it is another longboat. Think kind of like Viking longboat. This one is.
Okay.
It's definitely kind of got military possibilities to it, and you could see, yeah, it'd be a tight squeeze, but it could hold 50 people.
Okay.
And in fact, there's about a dozen guys on it. when it sails up, and they report to their captain, and he'll come to you guys. The Captain Teal will come to you guys and is like, "I can give you a crew for sailing. If you left tonight, let's see, what's the weather like? Oh, it's really good weather now. If you left tonight, or if you left in the morning, my guys think you can probably be back to Old Shore in less than a week, maybe 4 or 5 days even, if the tides are with you. Not the tides, the
Wind.
Currents?
yeah, currents were with you. Yeah.
Better than walking all the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that would take a good while. He's like, though we do have horses here. I mean, we've got about a dozen of them.
Would that be faster?
Probably not. Probably the ship. Plus, horses get tired, and you got to feed them and that kind of thing. But it probably would be slower.
Well, I'm good with what we got.
Yeah.
So they can either leave tonight or in the morning if everybody wants to get a long rest.
Let's wait until the morning, give the sailors more time to recoup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be best.
Okay. The young guys from the village are going to go ahead and head back that night
Okay.
because they think they can make it home by morning at least.
All right.
I'll cast Enhance ability, Owl's Wisdom on one of them, just so they have a bit more survival instinct.
Okay. Let's see. A random roll. Is Tiamat going to kill them? Ooh. By all right, she would, but I don't want to let that happen.
Just a big old fucking rift opens up in the water and just swallows the longboat.
So they're going to be gone. You guys, they'll actually put you up in the keep.
Okay.
They're soldiers' barracks, basically. So, which you guys are
Better
used
than
to. Yeah, they're better than sleeping out than nothing. But it's nice enough. It's a bit rustic, but so the next morning, the ship is ready to take you guys to Old Shore, and in fact, the old half orc is going with you in the boat. Says there's room, unless you say no. But
No,
he's
that's
planning
cool,
to anyway. Yeah, he's got sacks just stuffed with things that he's like, I'm going to get back to the city, civilization, sell stuff. I'm going to open my own store. My name's Kmart, by the way.
Huh. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Mart.
welcome aboard, Kmart.
Well, my brother Wally kind of almost drove me out of business.
That's terrible. Well, maybe you can make a comeback.
Maybe. I'm going to partner with my cousin Sears and see how we do.
Hindsight's 2020.
I hear your third cousin Ralph is doing just fine.
Oh, cool. It is. Unfortunately, the weather stays fairly nice, but the currents are not with you, so it is going to take about a week to get to the city of Old Shore.
As long as it's not another fucking storm.
Let's see. Random dice roll. No, there's not another storm.
If I have to haul another 16, 20 people to shore.
Old Shore is a city. It's kind of considered sort of on the hinterlands to a bit in a way, but at the same time, it's also the last imperial city on the coast before getting to what's considered the eastern part of the world. So there's a lot of trading that comes through here. And you definitely see an imperial presence, a military presence even. Like I said, it's not the biggest city in the world, but it's sizable enough. and there are walls around it, or at least part of the city anyway, or the part that's closest to the shoreline. And there are several docks and things that stick out, and you do see a fair amount of activity. Let's see. You're going to get there about lunchish time on your 7th day out. And you do see several ships that would be more than big enough to carry 40 to 50 people. Merchant ships, there's even a couple of military ships there. I can't believe your first mission out, you guys lost the Shivola.
Legendary warrior, not a legendary swimmer.
No, that's true. That's true. So the sailors that are not really sailors, they're really soldiers who act as sailors. I won't call them Marines. They're not quite that. They're going to tie up at one of the docks, and Kmart is going to disappear. Thank you guys for the ride.
We better get a discount.
It's like I gave you a superior healing potion and a bunch of stuff for 100 gold. What more kind of discount do you want?
Wait, what?
Bye. And then he's gone.
Well, I'm sure you've seen all the crap that was taken out to the longboat.
Yeah, I must have missed it, mingled with all the junk.
Yeah.
No.
But the soldiers that sailed you guys here, they're tying up, and they're like, look, we're going to go into town, get something to eat. We're going to stay at the local barracks here for a night, and we'll come back here to our ship in the morning, unless you have something else for us to do. And if you tell us to leave, we'll leave in the morning. If not, we'll at least sit here for a day or so to see if you still need us, or if you need a ride back.
Yeah. Why don't you hold off until we talk to you again? But
okay.
We have to go see we have to go see a leading officer in this city.
Okay.
But if worst comes to worst, just make sure your fellow soldiers make it back.
Okay. We will. Now, we still got time left. Where you want to go in the city is kind of up to you. You will know it's an imperial city, so there will be a governor here. There will also be, or should somewhere be I don't believe any of you have ever been down here before.
harbor master or something?
Yeah, there'll be a harbor master, for sure.
Well, like a Navy dude.
The harbor master can point you in a direction of where you need to go.
Is the harbor master Imperial or civilian?
He's civilian, actually.
Okay, but so we probably still need to talk to the governor.
But you do see there are some Imperial military ships here, and from a distance you can see some officers. I mean, nobody's really paying that much of attention to you guys because it's kind of a busy docks, so to speak. They're loading, unloading, soldiers getting off, soldiers getting on. Mm-hmm. There's probably more merchant activity going on than anything. But you do see some military activity. So it's up to you guys where you want to go or who you want to approach.
Well, we should talk to the officers, but going directly to the governor, although is in our right, it would probably be easier on the chain here if we spoke to the officers first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that old line of command.
So I'll approach the officers.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll go with you.
They don't seem to notice you guys. There's a group of them standing next to a plank that leads up to probably the largest ship that you've seen here, which is actually a smaller warship, but it's the largest vessel here. But they're standing on the dock, but on the plank side of it. Let's see.
Do you have a copy of the orders?
There's 4 of them.
I probably would have if they survived.
They did not.
So, no.
They were quite ruined. But yeah, there's 4 officers, and they're talking amongst themselves. Don't really seem to be. I mean, they're not being secretive or anything like that. They're obviously talking about something on board the ship.
Hey.
They stop and look in your direction, and then they salute, and one of them comes forward. He's human. He's like, Captain Reeve at your service. What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Special Forces Lieutenant Vareska here. I need to speak to your governor.
Well, that's not easily done. But if you have an important enough reason for it, it might be managed. We don't get a lot of special forces types down here. Can you tell me a little bit about what you need to see the governor about?
Maybe we should do it where there's not a lot of ears, Lieutenant.
Right. Let's find somewhere a little more secluded.
He's like, give me a second. He turns back to the other officers who are all lesser officers. Most of them are like lieutenants too. And he talks to them and gives some orders and points back to the ship. He's like, get it done. And he's like, and I'll be back in an hour or two. And then he'll come back to you all, and Captain Reeves is like, follow me. I know where there's a tavern at. Looks like you just got off a boat. Have had a rough time, maybe. I'll buy you around, and there's a private room they let me use when I need it.
Much appreciated.
I've been to give you an idea. There's not many ships that have been blown up by the waves at sea.
He's kind of like, no, there's not. Though we did hear news about a week ago of a big storm to the south of here, but we hadn't heard of anyone being caught up in it. I'm guessing that you did.
Yes, sir.
Odd storm coming out of the south like that. Only lasted one night. Usually a storm that big lasts for a good long while. But he'll take
Maybe it finished what it needed to do.
Could be. He'll take you guys into a dock. He finds a tavern that's not far from the docks. Everything smells like fish here, but you're kind of used to that smell now.
Starting to hate it.
And yeah, there is a private room they'll let him have, and he buys everybody basically a pitcher of ale and orders some food if you want something. Real food that's not fish or wyvern.
God, please, yes.
A strange version of fucking jerky. Finally.
There's like steak and potatoes and real bread. So he'll let you guys eat a little and drink some, and then he's like, okay, what is this about? Or at least as much as you can tell me.
We need a ship to take us to the Isle of Dracus. We're transporting, let's say, cargo there. I can't say much more than that.
Okay, Isle of Dracus, cargo.
We need to stop at the outpost to the east to pick it up.
Well, your cargo survived the storm anyway. I guess that's good.
You'll know it when you see it.
Okay. He's like, well, to tell the truth, maybe to save you guys some time, he's like, I don't think we need to involve the governor in this. We're getting ready to head out in 3 days' time, if you can wait that long. The warship you saw, we're getting ready to head out. We're going to patrol for pirates, but it's my leisure to kind of go where I want. So I don't see any reason why I couldn't do this for you. We'll have enough room, and we've got 3 days before we'll be ready to go. That gives us enough time to put enough food on. How many people you say you've got?
Well, out of character, I don't think we're going to be bringing the other 50 with us.
Well, he's just asking. How
yeah,
many?
we have 49 crew, not including us 3.
Well, that would be a bit of a tight fit, but we could probably manage that number. Actually, I think the 49 does include you 3 guys, I think. Let's see.
20 soldiers, 20 sailors, 9 kobolds.
Yeah, there's only 19 soldiers and 16 sailors because some of them died.
Yeah, 6 of them. 6 died total.
Yeah. So plus the 8 kobolds, the captain, the sergeant, and you 3 guys. So I came up with 49 earlier when I figured it up. He's like, we can do that. Again, it'll be kind of a tight fit with, I've got crew and soldiers of my own, but we could do that.
One of them is a captain as well. Now missing a ship, so.
Well, he can come along and we can take you all to Drakus, and he can either stay there or I can bring him back here, whichever one. My orders and my port are out of Old Shore here, but occasionally we make it as far north up to South Shore. Pretty much everything from South Shore to the Isle of Drakus is sort of my roaming grounds. So yeah, I can do this.
All right.
Again,
that would be a huge help.
If you want to speak to the governor, you're more than welcome to. But I don't see any reason to involve her.
Well, as long as it's your ship and your rights to it.
I've got full authority over it. And he's like, and you folks are special forces. Like I said, we don't get many of you kind around here. It might be interesting to hear some stories.
We got some.
But long story short,
we have a story of where we convinced a bunch of lizard folk to kill a bunch of orcs.
Oh. Okay, that sounds like a story. Yeah, we've heard they've been having trouble with orcs up north.
It wasn't just trouble, it was a joke.
Oh. Well, unless is there anything you guys want to do while you're in like a real city?
Ooh. I can't think of it right now.
I have 135 gold. Oh wait, no, I have 3 gems. I could maybe buy a magic item.
I got about 350 after dropping 100 on supplies for those people and stuff.
There are barracks here. I imagine you could get paid for the couple months that we've been working.
This is true. We could get paid.
We could get paid.
Yeah, but then we would actually have to talk to the governor.
Would we? Or are we just the paymaster?
You were supposed to get paid in Drakus.
Yeah.
You were told you would be paid in Drakus.
Well, yeah, but we didn't make it that far. Instead, we're going the other way.
Look, let's just concentrate on getting on Drakus then. Any magic items I can get for 385 gold?
Probably some potions.
Just Healy boys.
Let's see.
Each one of these gems is worth 50 gold, so can I just change the gems out for healing potions?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yay.
I'm going to try and talk to the quartermaster on base and see if I can requisition some potions.
Give me a charisma roll or a persuasion roll.
I'm actually proficient. Holy shit. All right. Persuasion roll. Oh, wow. That actually worked pretty well. I got a 20.
Oh, okay. He did not. So he's like, I can give you 2 regular healing potions.
Yeah, that's better than nothing. Appreciate it.
Can I try to requisition magic items?
You can try. Give me a persuasion roll.
Cool.
Depends on what kind of magic item you want.
I mean, some sort of hand wraps or gauntlets would be dope.
Oh, they don't have that here.
Oh, okay. They wouldn't have like a ring of protection or a cloak of protection, anything to give me an AC bump.
They might have something like that, but you're going to have to get a really good persuasion roll to get it.
All right. I got nothing to lose. What do I got? Okay. Oh, yeah. All the big rolls. All the big rolls.
Plus, he gets a bullshit detector roll. So
Okay, so that's a 14.
Okay.
Hey, I'm squishy. I'm not bullshitting. I'm squishy. I need to be less squishy.
He's like, get out of here. Here's a healing potion. Now go away.
Oh, I'll take the healing potion.
Okay.
And I walk out. I walk out happy.
Yeah, I'll give one of the one I grabbed to Vereska.
He's like, damn it, now I'm out of healing potions.
You're making a difference, buddy. Just remember.
Yeah.
Helping the special forces out makes a
Yeah.
big difference.
We thank you for your service, whatever.
They didn't tell you why we're special.
We know why you're special.
We're the short bus.
Cheers to that, and I take a big fucking swig.
Of a healing potion?
No, I'm drinking the rest of that bottle of wine that I didn't finish on the beach.
Okay. Well, unless you guys want to go through it, basically you can. They'll put you up in the barracks for 3 days.
That's fine.
In 3 days, you guys leave. Go back to the keep. You find out that everybody has been moved there. Actually, except for, let's see, a few of the sailors decided to stay behind in the village. They're kind of like, nah, we're done going to sea all the time. We're gonna live the easy life.
Cool.
That's what they're thinking. But yeah, so you've got 46.
I didn't save your life so you could quit.
It's like, well, you saved our lives, so we're quitting. And so let's see. It's only going to take you about 5 days to get back from Old Shore to the keep. But everybody's there. Everybody's conscious. It's been long enough that everybody's kind of rested and healed up and stuff. It's been eating better than they were in the village anyway. Unless there's something you want to do there, they're going to go on and sail straight to Dracus, pretty much.
Nope. I was eating steak for 3 days at Old Shore.
So you guys are pretty much going to sail from, straight over to Dracus, and they actually do sail around it because there's a entrance port. It's actually on the eastern side and the other side, so they come in over there. Though you can see the city. The city of Dracus on the Isle of Dracus. And you get there, and it's going to take you about a month to get there, or close to it altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just cut through one. You guys get paid. You get paid a total of 100 gold each. So 3 months. It was actually more like 3.5 months, but you get paid 100 gold each. On top of that, you are actually greeted at the dock by Governor Dracus himself, which appears to be a fairly young man. He's about 30. He's dressed in sort of a scarlet studded leather armor.
Cool.
And wears a rapier. And
looking good there, Prince.
Oh, thank you. Wait a second. Do we know each other?
used to have a house at the Falcon.
You took my house. You can see he wants to say the words "you bitch," but he doesn't.
When I heard you became a pirate, I thought you died.
A lot of people thought I died, but I made my way through, and now I've been here for the last few years.
Didn't I tell you that becoming a pirate would be a big game changer?
It was. It definitely was. He is going to have several wizards with him, and they are all going to make over cool, sort of big time. Okay, we're getting short on time. So, long story short, the wizards are going to take Cool away in case Vareska wants to say goodbye to her.
I'll say goodbye to her in the roleplay channel.
Okay. And then the governor gets kind of a serious look on his face, and he says, "You lot are special forces, so I need to talk to you in privacy about something very important, extremely important." So long story short, you guys are going to be escorted to the governor's palace. And there'll be food and drink, and then finally you get some private time with the governor, just him. And he's like, "We've kept word of this from getting to the Empire so far, and from reaching the Emperor's ears. But our dragons are missing."
Oh, shit.
Like, what kind of missing? Like, they got taken missing, or they ran away?
We don't know. They went missing along with about 1,000 gold.
What's in front of me? What's in front of me right now?
A table with some goblets of like wine and stuff on it.
She's gonna squish a goblet in frustration. Okay. She's just gonna grab it and then squeeze the gold cup.
Paya grabs his goblet before she does that, so none of it spills.
It's a fine red wine. He's like, "They went to sleep one night in their chambers the way they always do. There's guards. There's even protective spells over them. The next morning they were not there and they were gone. And during the search, we discovered there were 1,000 gold missing from, I'll call it the coffers. The dragons have their own personal, I'll say, stash of money, so to speak. And 1,000 gold was gone."
That's not a very large stash.
Oh,
I mean, respectively for...
They own technically a lot more than that, believe me.
No, I'm saying for that to be what they take, I feel like that was a low amount for a get out and go.
They're children. They have no idea of the value of money.
I mean, nobody told me how old they were.
Oh. They're like 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind. That's a lot of money.
They're not babies anymore, but we have no idea where Robin and Reuben have gone to. So we've sent out ships. Do what?
What are their names?
Robin and Reuben.
I look at Vareska.
I fucking just scoop my hand under the plate and I just throw it into the wall and I'm just like, for fuck's sakes. I know where they are.
Really?
Fishmonger!
So I'm going to stop it right there for the night. And you guys can think about what you want to do and how you want to get back to Fishmonger.
Son of an ass cheek. Wizards can teleport, yes?
They have plenty of wizards here.
If only we felt like asking about the strange little girl that was running after dragons on the beach.
I didn't want to metagame, but I kind of knew.
And her little blonde-haired brother.
Yeah, they just happen to have golden shimmering hair.
Well, They were blonde, yeah. If you guys had pressed it a little further, I might have given you like some kind of roll to figure it out, but nobody really pushed or like tried to get to know them or anything anymore, really.
I mean, that's not like something I could have even known. That's not fair.
Oh, I know.
Well, like the little girl was walking ahead of us. I was gonna walk next to her. I had thought about it, but I didn't do it. But
I know. I just walked on ahead. I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't
That's
trying to
all right.
babysit the little girl.
All right, time to backtrack.
Hey, you got paid, and technically you did do your mission
Yeah.
successfully. Even you got cool there and dropped off,
I
and
need
now you've got 2 dragons you need to deliver to the Isle of Drakus.
some bitch.
And even though I'm so pissed off in character, I'm just like, don't lose cool.
We'll wait till you get these 2 back, and then cool will go missing.
If you lose
Technically,
her,
they're the richest
only-
people in that town.
Yes, they probably are. Though you don't know where their money's at, but I do. But
It's in a moist cave.
It's in a moist cave.
no, it's a moist cave. It's a damp cave.
Same shit.
But I will end it there.
My kobolds are probably worshipping them right now.